Tonight, find out how you can get involved with Relay for Life. Plus, see how you can find your roommate a date. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for September 10, 2013. I'm Christina Cook. And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. There might be some sports fans out there who watch their favorite teams without giving much thought as to what amount of work it takes to put that event together. Well, last night, Troy Sports Management Club gave fans a chance to look at some of that behind-the-scenes magic. Amy Austin has the details.
Like you guys heard, we did lead the league in scoring last.
Monday night, students, coaches, and fans joined together for the Sport and Fitness Management Club's event, Chalk Talk. The event provides direct interaction between coaches and fans.
It's an opportunity for these fans to come back and ask questions of the athletic director and the coaches that are involved in athletics.
Chalk Talk allows the coaches to discuss their tactics behind their sports, but gives them the opportunity to see what their fans want to know.
It gives them a great opportunity to ask pointed questions and get the honest answers from either the coaches, the athletic department, the athletic director, and whoever's here.
It also allows students and fans to ask the coaches their own questions and learn why the coaches plan the way they do or incorporate certain players and plays into their game plans.
We're all here to buy because we buy into what the athletic department is doing, and I just want to get kind of pick the coach's brain as to not only what plans do they have for like scheduling, what they do with players, but like what are their plans with just like being interactive.
Besides being just for students and coaches, the community was invited to come and pick the brains of their favorite coach too.
If you're a fan that's not a student, you pay to get into almost every Troy athletic event. So I think it's fair for a fan to say, well, where's my money going? If I pay $15 to get into a game, where's that money going? Like, what's that being used for? And I don't think hardly any programs across the nation really answer that question for their fans. And so it's great when we can let a fan say, hey, where's my money going? And the director of athletics himself can say, it's going to North End Zone Project, or it's going to lights for the soccer field.
The Sport and Fitness Management Club intends to hold another Chalk Talk with a variety of coaches once again.
I actually had to tell coaches, well, can you come back next year? Can we get you involved next year? And I still have coaches. Melanie Davis for softball and Jill Lancaster have been two great supporters for this, and I've yet to get them on the floor.
Amy Austin, Troy TrojanVision News.
This was the second year the Sports Management Club held Chalk Talk and hope to continue it as a yearly tradition. Well, Troy University's Relay for Life is looking for participants for this year's relay. The Relay for Life kickoff will be tomorrow night at 8 in Trojan Center Room 224. Relay for Life is an annual event to raise money for cancer research and overall awareness for the disease. Even though the relay will be in the spring, teams spend the year raising funds to donate to the American Cancer Society. The kickoff event will be a chance for people interested in informing teams for this year's relay to get information on how to join. And once again, the relay kickoff event will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. in the Trojan Center Room 224. The University Activities Council is hoping Troy University students are in the mood for love and is using this week's Wednesday night activities to try and make some love connections. The UAC will offer students a fun way to find that connection with Date My Roommate. Date My Roommate is a dating game in which students will get the chance to anonymously pick a potential date using a series of questions. Organizers say the anonymous nature of the game could lead to some interesting situations.
Because a lot of people are going to show up and be like, wait, how do you play this game? How do I get to pick who I want to go with? A lot of people are, because it's like a game where you have to listen to what they say because a curtain will be blocking. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to go with them, or I don't want to go with her because she's not what I wanted or he's not. That's why I think it'll be quite the experience.
There is still time to sign up to be a contestant on Date My Roommate. The cutoff to sign up is tomorrow at noon in Trojan Center Room 228. Students who don't want to participate but still want to watch the fun can join tomorrow night at 7 in Hall of Honor.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Prattville, police say a man in prison in Georgia is being charged in an Alabama telephone scam. 23-year-old Jesse Bart Manor faces counts of impersonating a police officer, even though he's already in prison. The police chief says someone posing as a police officer or court official made calls to the people in central Alabama town demanding money.
And in Camden, an Alabama appeals court has upheld the conviction of a former legislator and an ex-high school principal accused of having sexual contact with a student. The Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals says there was sufficient evidence that James Thomas kissed and touched a female honor student in his office at a Camden high school in 2010.
And in Jefferson County, sheriff's officials say a reported robbery has led authorities to busting an illegal gambling operation. Sheriff spokesman Brandon Christian says deputies were called to a business early Monday morning to investigate a robbery and found illegal electronic gambling machines inside the location.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, Troy defeated Savannah State with the help of one of its most experienced receivers. Mitchell Spoon will tell us more when he joins us with sports. And now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, the football team had an excellent showing this past weekend and will actually be back on the road again on Thursday night. But let's not forget about the freshman volleyball player who won a huge award.
That's right, and I'll unveil a little later who that freshman was, but let's get into sports. Preseason awards and recognitions are sometimes a little premature, but there are occasions when they're spot on. And as Danielle Percival will show us, one Trojan wide receiver is living up to the preseason hype.
This preseason, Eric Thomas was named an All-Sun Belt Conference selection and named to the Biletnikoff Award watch list for the nation's top receiver. That could be in large part to his ability to make athletic and even one-handed grabs. In fact, before the season, he promised he had a few up his sleeve.
I say about 10. I'll give you 10.
On Saturday against Savannah State, Thomas got number 1.
Third down and goal from the 8. Robinson wants to throw, lofts it to the end zone. Thomas again, one-handed catch.
Thomas led the team with 3 touchdowns on his 3 receptions in the game. It was his 7th multi-touchdown game of his career, but the first time he had 3 in a game.
Well, that's my man. I think you could pick somebody out of the stands to throw to him. So he's got some of the best hands I've ever thrown to. I've said it plenty of times. Just a freak out there.
It's no surprise Thomas is a target often in this offense. He leads the team through 2 games with 8 receptions for 135 yards.
When you see a mismatch like we got with him most of the times, you got to look his way. And, he's going to make the play 9 out of 10 times. And, I'm just proud of what he's became. Ever since we got here as freshmen.
It's like practice out there, just go through it. He go through his reads, and he just finds us, and then we just got to catch the ball and make plays when they come to us.
But just because Thomas catches it with 2 hands most of the time doesn't mean he always needs the extra help.
It comes natural, because I try not to do it all the time. Coach Washington always watching, so I just throw 2 hands up, and then when he's not looking, I just throw 1.
He's an amazing receiver out there. It makes it easy on me when I want to go to get a completion. So he's going to grab it with 1 hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he grabbed it with his face mask one time.
I might, I'll just try to catch it behind my back. I never really tried that one, so I might just try that one too.
Danielle Percival, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
And news just coming in. The Trojans have inked a deal in which they will travel back to Lincoln, Nebraska to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The matchup would take place in 2018 and would be Troy's first trip back to the state since 2006. And the Troy soccer team faced a quality opponent in the Auburn Tigers on Sunday and looked to even out their road record to 2-2. But unfortunately, the Tigers got the best of Troy in a 3-0 shutout. But even with the results, head coach Chris Bentley says his team is taking this loss and using it as a motivational tool to raise their level of playing for upcoming games.
I think it helped us raise our standard of play. I'm not really into moral victories, but at the same time I am into progress and development, and that's what we saw this weekend. The girls responded as opposed to quitting, played 90 minutes both games and competed, made some mistakes, and you do that. But in order for us to get to the next level, we've got to start raising our standard of play, and I think this weekend will really help us do that.
The Trojans will complete a 3-game road trip with a visit to Jacksonville State on Friday and then return home on Sunday for a matchup against Murray State. And the Troy volleyball team closed out the weekend at the Active Ankle Challenge with a loss to the host team, the Auburn Tigers, 3-1. The Trojans finished the tournament with a 1-2 record while Auburn went 2-1. The Trojans were led offensively by freshman Casey Hendricks, who posted 9 kills and only 2 errors. But unfortunately, no Trojan surpassed the 10-kill mark as 3 finished with 7. Senior Courtney Cohen posted 13 digs to up her season total to 128. She's now just 82 digs away from setting the Troy all-time career record. But Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says he was disappointed with how his team competed overall.
To play Auburn and play really well in the first game, and then we didn't compete the way we should have in games 2 and 3, and it was good to see us come back in game 4, but we had a golden opportunity to beat an SEC team, and I'm honestly really disappointed in our production and how we did things on Friday night.
Yet despite having a disappointing 1-2 showing at the Active Ankle Challenge, there was a bright spot for the volleyball team. Freshman middle hitter Kia Chettam was named the Sun Belt Freshman of the Week, marking her as only the second recipient of the award. Chettam hit a .412 attack percentage along with just 4 errors, and Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick commended her and fellow sophomore Darby Griff on their performance over the weekend.
I had a really nice weekend. She and Darby Griff, our other sophomore middle, were both really new, so their adjustments from week 1 to week 2, the effort they put into practice, they've started to do the things that we've been asking them to do for the last couple of weeks, and you can see their maturity, you can see their level of play really come up. They were very efficient this weekend. I believe both of them hit over 350 for the weekend.
The Trojans return to the court this coming weekend when they travel to Georgia to take part in the Georgia Tech Courtyard Classic. So congratulations to Kia Chettam for winning that Freshman Award of the Week. And hopefully when they go to Georgia Tech, they can get some more wins. But let's not forget about the football game this coming Thursday. And hopefully the Trojans can get a win on the road.
Exactly, and best of luck to all the Trojan athletics. Thanks, Mitchell.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mitchell.